And now, time to talk about the hottest buzzword in business, artificial intelligence. AI is already changing how we work, learn, shop, and apparently even how we write our emails, right? So, our moderator for this cutting edge panel is Dr. Gurdeep Singh, Divisional Dean at George Mason University, a visionary leader shaping the next generation of AI driven innovation. So put your hands together and welcome our moderator, Dr. Gurdeep Singh, to lead on our next session for AI.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to apologize in advance. My voice is, losing my voice, but I will project my professor voice. So welcome to the panel on AI innovations. So my name is Gurdeep Singh. I'm with George Mason University. So again, it's really very exciting times that we are living in right now. AI is the new buzz and a lot of exciting things coming with that, Looking back at my journey, when I started out, we were the first batch for BTech in computer science in India. I started from that, and the amount of, progress that has been made in technology has been amazing. 10 years ago, in another presentation at that time, there were drones and self-driving cars and coming, and I was saying, the amount of progress we have made in the past 30 years, we'll see that much progress happening in the next 5 years. But really now, what I see is that the amount of progress we have made in the last 40 years is nothing compared to what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years, thanks to AI. So today, we are going to talk about, how AI can help innovate for small businesses and medium-sized businesses. And I have an excellent set of panelists with us, so I would like to invite my esteemed panelists onto the stage, please. So, to start with, so first I would like each of our panelists to introduce themselves, and if they want to make a big opening statement about their perspectives on AI, they are welcome to do that. So we'll start with Sandeep.
Mm-hmm. Hello, can you guys hear me? Yeah, I think the last ones are pretty much asleep, right? It's like 2:30, 3 p.m. My name is Sandeep Shilawat. I am partner at IBM. I'm also their hybrid cloud CTO. A big statement on AI. I actually know a lot of people in the public, right? Good friends. Some of them play cricket with me. I go to their restaurants. And one of the key things I was thinking about, right? It's easy to talk on a big conference, AI and how it's going to change. And then I was thinking about like Srikanth and his restaurant and how AI would impact him. Or actually my wealth advisor is the one who got me on this panel, and I was thinking how would it impact him, right? So I think
both you and Rajesh.
From opportunity perspective, I would say it's a great opportunity if you are moving high up the value chain. If there is a human touch in your business, if you're connecting with people, I think your business, that's where your unique value would be. If your work is something that can be automated, I have to warn some of the small businesses, threat is existential. It's probably going to be not long. You're looking at 2 to 3 years timeline before the threat emerges. If you have a cash liquidity that you can manage, then I think you'll be okay. Then you will be able to manage with, we always think about, hey, I have money, I'll just switch my business or something. I think about that. It's a major change. It's happening at the top ends of the strata, and typically it takes 5 years to fall down to the bottom end of the strata for small businesses, but I think it's going to be 2 to 3 years from now. I'll start with that.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, Satish Tammineni. I live in Ashburn here. I work for Oxo AI as a managing director. What we do is provide data analytics and AI consulting services for mostly commercial clients, medium to large scale clients, not exactly small businesses, but we do work with a lot of, I would say, restaurant chains, some product manufacturers for their sales and marketing and others, which I want to share here. Personally, my working style has changed a lot in terms of how I worked 2 years back and right now, and even simple things like how I shop for, we recently bought a dining table and we were like, okay, we were trying to reimagine how the dining table would look in my space and all of that, right? So now everybody's using those apps to see how it would look. So, I mean, shopping behavior is changing, people consumption patterns are changing. So we see that impact, and like Sandeep just said, it's a threat, but it's a lot of opportunity as well in terms of how that can be leveraged.
Please.
I'm Ram Prasad. Great to be here with the community leaders, most of you. I have a PhD in computer vision from University of Rochester. Been around for a long time in the AI field, actually. It's such a great change, right? In the initial stages, people used to doubt, can AI do that, right? Can AI do creativity? They said, no, you can't. That's just too human for the machines to learn, right? But that was one of the first things AI did, right? If you understand, they started writing poems, writing stories, right? When Apple came out with the iPhone, people started saying there's an app for that, right? Now the saying is there is an AI for that. In fact, it's a website. You can look it up. So if you want anything AI to be done, go search there, right? There's an AI for that. So given that in the last 2 years, AI can understand language, that means all communication can be automated, then 1.5 years or so, we are seeing models that can reason, right? Earlier, people were saying, oh, that's just language statistics-based language generation. It cannot possibly reason or judgment, but now we are seeing models that can reason, right? So what else can it do and cannot do? Now people say, hey, it can't do physical AI. I think recently NVIDIA chairman, CEO has said that's the next big thing. It will be automated, right? And we just heard someone say, in the next 2-3 years, you will see robotic waiters, robotic everything, right? So this is why they are saying in next 2-3 years, there's going to be such a big change. Everything will change, right? The way business is done will change. All the process, wherever it can be automated, will be automated. The people who are understanding this and learning to use that technology, they are the leaders, right? They are the successful people in future. So you are ahead already, being here, actually. So that's all I want to say. We can go into details later on, but anything you have questions, we can answer. Thanks.
Thanks, Ram. Shalaka, please.
Thank you, Ram, for offering your mic. And thank you for giving me the mic. So I'm Shalaka Khoth, and I'm a co-founder of Technomile. Technomile is a technology company. We have CRM cloud solutions, and I'm also a professor at Virginia Tech. In my journey, let's look first as an academic. I have various perspectives about AI. So as an academic, thank you. As an academic, I have seen that over the years, my perspective regarding automation has evolved. So when I did my Master of Science, so I have 2 masters, Master of Science and Master of Business Administration. So before my PhD, that's what I did. So when I did my Master of Science, at the time I used to think, how would automation evolve. I was very interested in that. And I would really like to do PhD one day in that. Even at my MBA, I was thinking of that perspective, how business aspects revolve around that. So, of course, at my PhD, I took artificial intelligence as my specialization. And now I'm saying AI is ubiquitous. There is nothing in our life that is not touched by AI. You wake up, there is AI. You sleep, there is AI. There's AI in every single thing. You wear those gadgets while running, it is AI. You watch television, you watch Netflix, that is AI. Netflix knows what you're watching. Netflix is tracking you. Everything is AI. So, when we say AI, there are so many different ways we can analyze AI. AI even immerses into your thought process. How? Well, like I gave you the example of Netflix, right? It controls what you think already. So think what will happen many, many years from now. So AI is everywhere. When I said that from academic perspective, yes, for students right now, there is so much that they can do in the field of AI. They can learn in the field of AI, and they definitely should consult before taking their courses, because the fields, even like, let's say even someone wants to go in law, what exactly in law you want to do? Even in law, there will be AI. So anything that is repetitive will be taken over by AI. Like IBM recently, they said there's 8,000 jobs at IBM were taken by back office. IBM jobs were taken by AI. So I would say not just that, that is just a small part of it. Even by gender, AI differs. Because back office, 76% of back office is women, right? HR, women, right? Accounting, mostly. So 76% women. That's why AI differs everywhere. Now I'm shifting towards more like a co-founder mentality when I said HR, right? So from that perspective, as a co-founder, I would say, I've seen in my company, people have so many different thought processes around AI. Some are worried, will my job go away? Well, why would your job go away? Embrace AI, learn AI, evolve with AI. Why do you have to worry whether your job will go away? No, your job will not go away if you embrace AI. Why? Don't think of it that way. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thanks, Shalaka. So I want this to be much more interactive, so that's why I have also been part of the audience here. So please feel free to ask questions, don't wait until the end. So I'll start off with one question. So since there are a number of small business owners here, so I am pretending, so I am a small business owner, and yeah, a lot of my platform is digitized. But I've heard of this thing, AI, that's coming into picture. Everybody's using it. So how do I get started with AI? What parts of my business should I look at which can be, made more efficient? What kind of efficiencies would I see? Is it 5% or 50%? So so I want to sort of see, AI for newcomers. So what are your thoughts on that, please? Please.
Actually, I was thinking about exactly the same thing. Typically, I don't do research when I'm speaking on a panel because most of it is a day-to-day business for me. But I was thinking about small businesses, right? I was at an Aura restaurant and at Anand Bhavan in Herndon. And I had this silly robot walking around, giving chai to everybody. And I'm like, what the... But that's if you are around long enough, the .com, this is how it started. It took 5 to 7 years to set in, right? So now, if you're a tax preparer, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a grocery store owner, how would AI impact you? If you're a tax preparer, I can almost guarantee you that all of the code would be automated. So unless you are connecting with your customers and making sure they have that personal touch-up service, nothing is going away. There are a lot of things that were not happening will happen now. There's so much backlog of things. We're going to do it so much better. Right? Taxes, everybody knows, is a black hole, right? If our tax certainty tells us do this and sign here and don't touch this, we'll do exactly what it tells because we are so afraid of it, right? So that will change. I think it will be so transparent. You can ask a question and the code will answer to you. If you are a restaurant owner, I think you will get any insights about what kind of recipes people are like, what pattern they are eating, right? Are they eating on Thursday this, or I'm cooking something that's the insights that you're going to get. As a small business owner, a big chain was always having that insight because they had that kind of money. But to that insights, barrier of entry has gone down now. You're going to be able to see it. Accounting, a lot of people, and there are a lot of booths out here, accountants, they're doing great job. But we always, like, accountant is a god during tax season. Right? We always help, hey, can I classify it this way? Somebody used an example of president not paying taxes, right? It's all, that's the mess we are in today. I'm hoping that for small businesses, that barrier of entry would go down and will present a sea of opportunity for you. Back-end processes, like if you're a grocery store owner and you have point of sale, I think the point of sale will be fully automated. You will look around and there'll be a free inventory management software that you can use, and if you have a grocery store and things lying on stack, have a look at it, and maybe you will be able to find out you're running out of dal that you would know probably a week ahead of time so that you can order. You are using your human intelligence now, but I think you're probably moving on to the next level. But if you're not connecting, like Ms. Koth said, right? If you are afraid of AI, then you're probably, your work will be taken by somebody who knows AI. Over to you.
Yeah, I think a lot of great points I'll add on to that. In terms of starting with AI, there are a lot of opportunities. I think to your question on if the entire stack is digitized, where should I start? What should I do? Right? There are definitely opportunities in sales and marketing side. Marketing, content generation, and everything. You have so many tools out there in the market which you can use to generate better content, better flyers, better looking copy and visuals and everything. A lot of influencers are using AI to generate better quality videos when they are publishing videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and everything. You could do that. You don't need any sophisticated technology stacks for that. You can do it your team can do it. You don't have to do it. You can train one of your team members to do it. There are, sometimes when we talk about forecasting and predictive models, typically when we go to large clients, we talk about, is the data ready? When a lot of times the clients say, I like the use case, but I don't think we are ready there. I don't think we have the data. My data is spread out in like 5 different systems. Now with this new technology, you can actually bring that data the way it is, even if it's, let's talk about small business, right? I think someone owns like 12 IHOPs or something like that. Recently, I think it was you, sorry. Praveen, okay. Yeah, so if Praveen is getting, IHOP I'm sure provides a lot of technology to track the business and everything, but let's say if they have disparate businesses and they want to track that in an Excel sheet, just dump all those Excel sheets into an AI and it will give you some insights. There are computer use agents. These days it has come up where it can actually go into the reports and dashboards like how a human can go and give you like top 5 insights which you want to look at. If someone has 3 hotels and they want to look at which one to go and what to do today, they can put a planner together. And these are not like, you don't have to buy $500,000 tool or anything. These are like $20 per month per user kind of tools, $40 per month per user kind of tools. If you think of it, it's like hardly 4 or 5 hours. If you're able to save 4 to 5 hours of a person in a month, that pays off for your tools. So don't be afraid to use these tools. I'm sure a lot of you are already using them. But and the good thing about this is, if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe at any point of time. You're not bought into that thing. In terms of how to get started in terms of that, I would suggest that. There are a lot of use cases a ton.
Great points so far. In terms of getting started, right, I would say AI can help you Just ask an assistant and it will tell you how to use AI, right? First, I would say understand the capabilities of AI right now, what is possible today versus what's not yet possible in a reliable way. Of course, there are quite a few risks, right? You just can't go utilize anything without any oversight, is how I would say, right? Recently, there was a consulting company, very high-flying consulting company, caught submitting AI-generated report to a government, and it had all false information, false references. They can generate wrong information, right? You should know what are the limitations, what to watch out for, the capabilities that you can use to good advantage. Of course, the productivity is there, right? You can summarize things, you can generate communication content of all kinds, including marketing content. You can generate videos that are highly creative, right? You can utilize for the purpose that you want them to, but watch out for the limitations and the downsides of it.
So let me ask a follow-up question on that. So you mentioned you've given a lot of suggestions on tools and software that are available. So again, how do I get started? Should I train an employee to do all these things? Should I hire somebody who knows AI? Or should I hire a consulting company to come in and say, hey, put AI in my business?
I mean, I would say if you're, depends on what's your scale is, right? If your scale is like I have 3 restaurants or 3 hotels or 5 hotels, then don't hire a consulting company. Not needed at all. But if you have like 100 restaurant chains, a chain of 100 restaurants, then yeah, probably. I mean, because it's a synergistic business, you want to build broader synergies across all of those. So yes. But you can hire somebody who knows AI, definitely. But teaching that person the business processes and how the business works is more difficult than teaching AI to a person who knows business processes. That person doesn't need to know how to build an AI model. That person doesn't have to be a data scientist. That person just needs to know how to use AI. I mean, I would say something like, you don't have to be an automobile engineer to drive a car. You just need to know how to drive a car. It will take some time, 3 to 6 weeks to figure out the driving license, how to drive, rules and everything. But yeah, you will be able to drive a car.
Thank you. I like your answer, but I will slightly disagree.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Very, very good answer. Thank you. So I feel that you might be a small business or a big business, whichever sector you are. If you're starting on something new in AI, just get a SME, even for a few hours. If you're a small business, hire the consultant just for a few hours. Let's say just like a couple of hours, whatever is possible by you to start with. Hire someone who knows about that AI to start with, even if you're small. If you're big, then of course you have the resources. But if you're small, if you're starting completely new on a very complex tool, first of all, these 3 things are very important when you think about anything new in AI. What is your goal? What is your data? Understanding your data is very, 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 very crucial. Third, what is your people capabilities? These 3 things will help you determine how you go about planning for your AI. And when you say AI, there are the various aspects about AI again. Like when we talk about just basic AI, like ChatGPT, no code AI, we can call it, like ChatGPT or Copilot and all those things. That can be like instantly people can learn, they can just go with life. But like let's say, for example, my company, Technomile, we have a CRM tool, right? So it's a CRM tool, it's a cloud-based tool. it's for government contractors enablement so they can do their contracting easily. So it's a completely AI immersed solution now, right? So solutions which are very, very useful for your goal, please do make sure that you have someone telling you to start with, how to start with, because there will be so many aspects in your functionalities, processes, that you might do unnecessary errors that can cost you more later on. So start with some knowledge that is ready, maybe small if you don't have enough, and then build on it. Keep training your people. The more you train them, the better will you be enabled with it. And not only that, hire, if you can, hire someone in-house. Hire an expert in-house if you have that budget. Hire an expert. I would highly recommend that. Don't just blindly go into AI solutions. Know if it is valuable for your goal, especially CEOs. Especially CEOs, I'm saying that to them. Do not go after an AI just because someone in your circle recommended it. No. Is it valuable for your goal? Will your people be able to just immerse into it easily, create a plan, understand your data? AI is so much about data. So understand that, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Just one point I wanted to add as well. So the business, they made good points, right? AI or the business expert. The SME knowledge, the business knowledge, that's far more important, in my opinion. Technology will keep changing, will keep improving. Technology is expendable, replaceable, whereas business knowledge is not. So that's the point I wanted to make.
Thank you for all the valuable inputs. A lot of us actually have IT companies, so I'm going to ask the sell side of it. If you take the conventional sell process, right, you have the use case, and then you have your product, and then there is a happy and rich customer, you get to sell, and then you made money. And come on to the new process, you have the AI. Not only there needs to be a product apt to the business, not only it has to be within the use case, but it also needs to be a happy enterprise. So it's happy HR, happy legal, happy all the departments, IT, security. So I want to pick on your brains to tell us your sales insights of how you are selling either AI products or AI solutions in general to the businesses. And if there's anything new and valuable that we are all missing, I'll really appreciate that thought. Thanks.
Should I? Okay, thank you. By the way, with due respect to Anil Bhai sitting in the audience, I think I would caution in terms of sales processes, right? I think one thing earlier I was listening to the panelist, my word of caution is, you're doing business one way, and the way you do business has to change. You are going to think about it, you're going to get a booster, a rocket you're going to sit on, and like she was saying, you don't know how to drive the rocket, it can drive you to the ground, right? So that's one caution I have. For the sales process, right, depending on what IT business you are, if you are in recruiting business, I have a big red flag for you, right? Just watch out, because a lot of those human jobs, in one of the conferences, in one of the places, one of the big IT consulting company had a projection of something between 50 to 70% of those toil jobs that are back-end jobs that are automatable are going to go away. So if you are recruiting that area, then just watch out and find a way to move high. I'm using this word, high up the value chain. Try to do something that is more attached to the customer. Now, going to the sales process, if you have a product, and there are two kinds of markets here, a lot of GovCon people. So the acquisition is a valley of death, right? So it's going to take a little bit of time for them to wake up and do something about it. But if you are in commercial side, they're all looking to operationally optimize. So for most of the AI you hear right now around you is what I call retail AI, meaning ChatGPT, some beautiful graphic comes up, some video comes up. This is all retail. They haven't thought about you as an enterprise to arrange those Lego pieces together to deliver the enterprise value. So at some point, I think they will do that, but that will take somewhere between 2 to 3 years from now. So for getting those sales-related insights, I think that is your first value you can get out of it. How is somebody who's asking me about IRS? How's IRS buying these days? Download those PDFs and let the AI suck it in and give you the answers. Those answers, otherwise you would have taken 6 months to get it. You're probably going to get it in a couple of hours. So that's an insight you never had before. The other one is, try to find out, if you have access to that data, try to find out. Somebody who was, again, part of ATA asked me, they have a database for all their resumes around here, okay? I can't name names, but they have this big company and they're like 100,000 some resumes. Try to get an insight out of that. Some of them are, we have a lot of discussions around visas and stuff, right? So try to find out what fits where. You never had that insight. And then going to the happy customer, if it's a commercial customer, they already are running for something. And a lot of AI washing is going on in our area. AI washing is something they're using probably ChatGPT or LLM and they're saying they are AI, which is not an AI in my opinion. But then there are real back-end AI people. Just to give you statistics, in 2025, 95% of AI pilots have failed and generated zero value. Only those 5% that are successful, those AIs are all about back-end efficiency, automating those processes. I think if you can get that insight and automate your processes, if you have somebody calling in from India and doing recruiting or doing some accounting or some paperwork, I think you're going to find out that it's all automatable in local here.
Yeah, I don't have a government consulting experience, so I'll give you my sales experience from a commercial standpoint. I worked in PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers for almost 10 years, and now I'm working in Oxo AI, which is also a AI data analytics consulting services, right? So what the sales cycle has changed in a way. One, the customers are asking for AI, everything, and one of the reasons why I think 95% failed is also because people were just jumping into AI and trying to do some POCs and show that, oh, I also did something AI also, without looking into what exactly who's good, which workflow aspect is it going to impact and whatnot. I think right now a lot of customers are realizing that and asking for how exactly it is going to impact, which workflow aspect is it going to change, who is going to use it, am I going to improve efficiency or am I going to improve, like what will it drive, which KPI will it drive, how am I going to measure it. There's a lot of testing and evaluation and trust discussions which are happening a lot more as opposed to art of the possible discussions. So that's there. From a pure sales standpoint, what I see is obviously everybody is using it. We also use it in terms of researching a company, coming up with this. I think you were talking about that we all have our own agents in companies that where you give the role of the person who you're trying to meet, the company and all of that. It does the research, it pulls up some relevant material from previous proposals and gives you. That is changing. It's still changing from in PwC world, when a partner used to go and meet somebody, the partner used to tell a manager or a senior associate, hey, do research on this company, come up with all the use cases, and the partner used to come and select, these are not relevant, these are relevant, this is good, this is not good. That research of that senior associate or a manager used to do, AI is able to do pretty well and much more comprehensively. But you still need that partner oversight and relationships with the partner. I'll give you one last example and pass it on. We are specifically recruiting, right? We were talking to two of the largest consulting recruiting services. One of them as our client, one of them is potentially going to be our client in US. One is a $4 billion company, revenue company. The other one is, I think, somewhere around $2 billion. They are really worried about how AI is going to change their entire business. They are thinking about what value-added services can we provide to our clients. They are moving away from their traditional, oh, you need 5 data engineers, let me find 5 data engineers for you. That model is, they're very much moving away from it. And the trend has started not just now, probably like 3-4 years back. They're moving more into project-based services, right? They're buying projects, they're buying, they're more deliverable-based payments, they're more risk-based payments. Still, risk-based payments are still much lower, I think 5% or less. But deliverable-based payments are higher. So, I mean, big companies like that are very much worried, and they're thinking about what they can do. And they're also thinking about what are the value-added services they can provide to the other side of the network. If you think one side of the network is your companies, other side of the network is your people, right? How can you provide training services to them? How can you provide more value-added services? How can you provide more industry reports to those people? Like Sandeep was saying, that if you have 1,000 or 10,000 people CVs with you, how can you help them with more value-added services to become better? So, just.
I do work for a government consulting firm. We also consult with commercial, but mainly government. So wanted to give you some insights on the government consulting, how it is changing today, right? With DOGE and recent changes, the keywords are efficiency and automation with AI, right? It used to be IT management, data management, all kinds of project management and other services. But today, if you don't have AI embedded in your project proposal, you're not going to go anywhere, right? So you must include AI solutioning into your proposals. The other point is, in fact, the hottest product today is the proposal writing tools, right? Someone said, if everybody used proposal writing tools, all proposals would look the same, right? So,
no, actually, that's a problem GSA is facing. I was talking to the GSA commissioner. They say all the proposals are spit out by some kind of AI.
The
They
same.
can't say.
Yeah. So, you have expertise before AI. Use that expertise. Make sure you're able to outshine the competition. The government is again looking for efficiencies and automation. Make sure you provide that value. You'll be the winner.
Sorry, I want to add to what Ram mentioned. Being on the GovCon, I mean, I want to give example. It's not a question for you guys, but like how as you mentioned, GovCon is changing due to the AI. I mean, there's a high need now. It's no more a proposal, strategy, 2 years of planning, and then the solution. Customers are looking now. I will give you one example which we got recently, like for a customer like IRS. They came up with the RFI, their problem statement. This is what they want. Problem statement was paperless IRS. They didn't want any paper in IRS. So they said, come up with a solution. We developed that solution within our AI innovation lab. Give it government. What all they did is RFI response. Probably they got 15 responses. They pick 6 companies. They give $75,000. Okay, that's all. Come show us the solution, not the proposal and giving you a $50 million award. For 2 months, they gave us the problem. They gave us the real tax forms, tax returns. Okay, show us how will you convert that into how fast you do it. From 75,000, from 6 companies, they shortlisted to 3. Give another $500,000. And from there, another test, more tax returns, speed, efficiency, accuracy, as you mentioned, innovation. From there, they picked 2, give us $3 million for 1 year. We did it. And now I can tell that with that solution, we just last month, if some of you have seen my LinkedIn, we got $660 million award for doing all the paperless items. That's how the now the GovCon is going. So through the AI, they're looking like real time. Now there are still things written, proposal writing and AI-based proposal writing, but government is more and more looking OTAs, if you haven't heard them, other transaction authority. It used to be just DoD. Now the civilian agencies are using SBIRs, where they're looking to really see the solutions, either through the orals or real pilots, and that's where the direction of GovCon is going. Just want to add.
Thanks. So you touched upon several things in terms.
There's a question in the back.
There's a question. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Anita Muttoju. I own Primatech Solutions based in Maryland. My question is, like how we have antivirus tools and all, do we have any anti-privacy AA tool that I can load on my system? Because I thought of looking for some traveling plans. Next time I open my FB, I got a couple of websites showing me which deal and all. That means it's reading my mind, right? Whatever I type, I search for something, even if my phone, I'm checking my Facebook, I see that. So some tools, are there any? If not, is it viable to develop those tools by small businesses like us? Thank you.
Why did you go first?
Okay. So with every AI, not many people know that actually, is there are settings. You can set up your privacy settings in whichever AI you use. So you can hide yourself. As a technologist, I know that. You just need to understand your tool really well. And that is how you hide yourself. But as per privacy is concerned, yeah, why not? Innovate. Go. Build yourself something fantastic that is useful for the world. Why not? Right? If you have a great idea that you know for sure is going to help someone, there is going to be market out there for it. Why think about it? Just go at it. Never think when you have something solid on your table. Just go for it.
So I do believe, to your response to you, I do believe AI privacy is one of the biggest risks all of us as a society who are walking in. I do think, I will give you an example. I was in a flight to London, and the screen in front of me was giving me a cloud ad. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, how come everybody's getting their own ads? And somehow that knew that I need a cloud ad here in London, where I read very few. I think it's the biggest risk area as a society. You have phones, everybody has a phone, Siri or something. It's always listening, it's always analyzing, it's always thinking. So if you have an idea on privacy, because I do talk to a few privacy companies, that's the biggest risk area and the highest opportunity for anybody to innovate in. Over.
Hello? Yeah, that's a great point actually. You heard of the internet God? The God knows everything, right? Today, internet knows more about me than myself. This has been a problem since a long time. With AI, the back-end tools have improved so much. Now they can collect a lot more. They connect the dots from here to there, and they know a lot more story about us, right? So it is important that we take care of it. On the other side, the governments and the financial industry, actually, the reason they don't catch up so fast with the AI is because of these issues, right? They are wary of the regulations that need to be met, the compliance issues that could arise if you use AI recklessly. So those who are building the tools to create those trustworthy AI tools, there is huge demand in the market. So that's my view.
And
Hi, hello.
Just to add a small point to that, if you look at geopolitics today, the connecting the dots, most of us are impacted. If you are an immigrant, if you are a visa and all the geopolitical actions happening, that is because there is a AI tools running in the background correlating the data that is not supposed to be correlated. And then they're coming up with, oh, you are a tax evader doing this and all that kind of stuff. So watch out, privacy is a big risk. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you for taking my question. My name is Subodh. I am invested in a generative AI solution as a startup company. My question, I thank you first of all for bringing up all these AI basic related stuffs. But I have probably a list of questions. I don't want to scare you, but these are 3 questions I have. Looking towards the forefront of what's happening in AI, that's probably I wanted to know more from you guys. So what are the big firms doing in AI and what to expect? For example, we hear about these Microsoft investing into Pennsylvania, power plants and all. And what are they doing? Why are they doing those things and what to expect out of in next 5 years? So that's one of my questions. And the second one, most of us only talk about Gen AI as when we talk about AI. So what other AI corridors we should check as business owners? So there is more potential there. So that's the second one. And the third one I have is responsible AI. We keep hearing, is that just eyewash or is there something business can use?
So maybe I can add to the first question. What is the big businesses doing? But also, AI is supposed to bridge the divide between the small business and big business. So small businesses can also do as much as big businesses can do because they have all the AI agents to do they have the workforce now. So what's the advantage that, what are the big businesses doing, but what's the divide between them, how we can bridge that?
So in terms of what the big businesses are doing, I believe they're building the biggest AI systems. It takes a lot of effort and capital to create those language models, right? OpenAI and Anthropic, these are the big guys in this. Now, everybody else is investing in those companies now, right? So Microsoft, they developed their own, but they're after the biggest the OpenAI kind of models. They know that that's what will be in future most valuable. Luckily for us, Google has made it open source. Most of these models, Meta has made it open source. So this is what equalizes, right? Democratizes the AI. That is why we are able to use ChatGPT so much. And in fact, if you are good at using AI, you don't have to have a PhD, right? Right? You don't have to know how they work. You have to know how to use them. So that is the reason why even the small businesses can compete with the big businesses in the use cases where use of AI is important. The big businesses, on the other hand, will build those language models and the big tools that are necessary.
So I'm told, we are running out of time. So I want to get in one question before we end. So this is about what type of jobs are going to be impacted now. So there's all things about AI is going to take away our jobs. So what are your thoughts? Is AI going to take away the jobs? Or even from the small businesses perspective, as they are recruiting, what type of jobs should they not be recruiting for? So both ends of the question. So quick responses because they said we are short on time. Yeah.
This is a very interesting question for me. I will instantly answer because I have talked on it multiple times in multiple places. And the jobs that can be repetitive, that can be completely automated, they are going to all go away. So there are various jobs, like for example, in customer success, there are your robots who can take over with chat robots, We can easily chat with them, and that can be resolved with that. So all of those jobs that have a repetitive process to it, that is mundane, that can easily be taken away by AI. And companies would definitely want to save money, want to save time, and they would definitely bring in AI. If the AI tool is something that's not out of their budget, they will bring it, and they will definitely not hire people for those positions. So anything in back office, everything is going away. AI is taking away that. So all those kind of jobs are going away. Recruiting in itself is going to be so much automated. People will be first parsed by AI recruiters, and then only you will go and interview an HR manager. So yeah, it is happening. Very true. So all of those kind of AI will be everywhere. I heard someone was talking about China having, in news, there was news, which then I went ahead and saw. It was on LinkedIn as well. I saw that a completely AI-operated hospital. Nurses, everything, like completely AI-operated hospital. So yes, there will be AI. There will be jobs that will be going because of AI that are repetitive. But then there will be a need for humans as well to manage those. There will be a need for emotional intelligence, soft skills, those skills that humans have. They are not there yet. They have not reached there with AI. So all of those managerial ups and downs that a human can manage, that is definitely valuable, right? So those kind of things will still be there. So yes, jobs will be gone, but then there will be a lot of jobs which will be created because of AI as well. Thank you.
One quick question on the AI. See a lot of resources, skills availability in AI, right? I came back from West Coast a few days ago. There was a lot of talk about how do we fill the skill gap on AI resources required. You see there's some special labs that Meta has where they're paying $10 million, like NFL, NBA players, right? And then we see a lot of people not getting recruited because of high level of efficiencies. So there is unemployment on one side, then is high paying jobs on the other side. So what can these small businesses or any businesses can do to increase the skill levels and to get skills in the AI related technologies? What is Cadmus doing? And yeah.
Train people the best you can. Bring in first, like I said at the start, bring in someone who is an SME. Start with the person who knows it. Through that person, help your people get enabled. Train them, hire someone in-house as well who knows and who can train others. And this is the only way, is you enable your own people with more and more AI knowledge. That is the only and best way you can go about to win over this whole AI and future of AI process that is going on.
So I'll answer this in two buckets, right? Two sets of people. One is people who are already employed, but who are not doing any AI related or technological job. There, I completely agree with her that you need to train them, and especially assure them of job security, especially the people who are your top performers, who know how to manage your customers, who knows your business processes. Incentivize them, assure them that their job is not going to go away. You don't want them to be in a fear that, oh, is AI going to take away my job, right? Right. So assure them of job security, give them opportunities to get trained, incentivize them. Let's say if they complete a certification, apart from the fees for certification, you give them $200 or $500 Amazon gift card. Many people will do it, right? And they'll upskill. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is students who are still finding a job or people who are trying to do career switches. There, I would say there are not many opportunities which you will get, as when it's not like you're going to get 10 interviews and you can crack one out of it. You may want to be prepared for that one chance which you're going to get to crack that one chance. For that, I would say leverage AI to train yourself. Leverage AI to learn about new skills. Leverage AI to ask AI to ask you more difficult questions. Prepare your answers. Prepare your how you are saying with AI. We are having AI agents train customer service agents, like AI agents behaving as customers, and then they come up with difficult scenarios and train customer service agents, and there are AI reviewers who are actually going to tell the customer service agent, you did well here, you didn't do well here, and all of that. You can do that same thing with interviews and get prepared for those. So,
yeah, let me also address that question of Meta hiring, paying millions of dollars to some employees, right? That's a highly limited talent pool. Those are the AI developers who work on developing these models. Whereas for small businesses, that does not apply, right? So as Satish was saying, if your choice is between training your business person AI versus hiring a AI person and giving him business knowledge, it is better to train your existing employee who knows your business with the AI skills. So my opinion is that.
Yeah, as they say that AI may not take your job, but someone who knows AI will take your job. So
and that applies for businesses as well.
Yes,
Same
definitely.
thing. AI may not take away your business, but a business which is using AI will take away your
100%.
business.
100%.
So-
A competitor who is better with AI will definitely beat you and will definitely take a huge chunk of your revenue instantly.
So just to add to angle to your question, Jay, it's a skills paradox. Typically happens. We come from age of VP Singh, who said if a computer comes, 10 jobs will go away, right? But it unlocks another set of jobs. But the transition time was 5 years, 10 years that time. I think this time you'll find the transition time is very short.
Very short.
It's going to unlock the huge potential, moving high value jobs. It just, are you able to skill yourself for those? I think that's the question too. It's a $10 million question.
all right.
Thank you.
So thank you. That concludes the panel. So please join me in giving a big round of applause to our panel. And I also want to thank Rajesh Jha, sorry, is gone. So and Shrikant for organizing the panel. So thank you.
No. Yeah. Okay, I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming here and making this a big success. Last few days, I spent time with the panel. This is an excellent panel that kind of, enlightened me on the AI. And again, thanks to Rajesh Jha, who reached out through his IIT alumni. 3 of them are alumni, and we have a doctorate. And you're also an alumni. 4 of them are alumni. So because we have very good, insightful thoughts and perspectives. I did have a couple of questions myself, but I did not get an opportunity in all best interest. So one question I had was, for the future generations, the amount of work is not going to go down, but the way we get things done, it will become shorter. So does that mean my son is going to work 1 hour a day and enjoy 7 hours a day? So that's...
No, I think we will make them work 40, if not 40, 60 to 70 hours. Again, it's the value chain. Jobs are not going to go away. Simple example, when ATM machines came, they thought that the teller jobs are going to go away. But actually they increased because the banks became more efficient and they opened more branches. So it's going to unlock so many different, law firms saying AI can do all of these things. Well, the law process is going to become more efficient. It's going to become easy to sue. And we'll see the number of cases is going to double, right? So there is going to be a lot of opportunities that are going to open up.
I'll tell you, ask your son to work for a job like a moon lander or a Mars traveler or something, because those jobs are going to open up.
That's right. Yeah.
Check. All right. On that promising note, now I would like to request Shrikant Nadriga, Zeenat Kundur, Naveen Ranga, Vishnu Madhavaram, and Rajshekhar to please join me in felicitating the speakers and the moderators for the AI session. Jay Chellagaru, please join for a picture.